This world, love this world.
Yo, what's happening?
What's good, Perth City? What's up?
Yo, it's your boy Zero,
And it's your man, Big Rak.
and you're listening to Hustle and Grind.
100.9, baby.
Yeah, so sit down, buckle your seatbelts, it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah. Real hip hop.
All day,
All night.
yeah. So shout out to the man.
Dottie ass, my man. Thank you for the beat.
Yeah.
Check.
We coming to you live.
Perth City. Beaufort Street, baby. You know where it's at.
Hustle and Grind.
100.9. Yo, what's good, P City? It's your man, Big Rak.
And it's your boy Zero.
And you're tuning in to
Hustle
and
Grind.
100.9, baby, here at Noongar Radio.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
and only. What's good, people? We're here with a special guest.
We got Johniepee in the building.
Johnny P,
say what's
hello
up,
to the people,
brother.
brother.
Hello, what's going on?
Yeah. Now we've been trying to hold the good content for when we go on air, but we just had so much to chat about off air, man. Dude, like we absolutely love having you here. Someone's rocking up now. Like, is that a homie of yours, or you expecting anyone?
Nope.
All right. We'll handle that in a second.
Yeah.
Anyways, Johnny.
They know I'm on.
That's it. Dude,
Johnny's got fans rocking up at the door right now.
I might be
Sorry,
my
man.
Uber
This
Eats
is
guy or something.
he shows tomorrow, not
yeah,
tonight.
not tonight,
Yeah.
please. I know you want to get an autograph for the album,
Yeah,
but
but-
just
Did you order food?
That never just
checking.
happens. You don't just rock up here
Yeah.
and ring up the bell unless you got an
Yeah.
appointment. So we'll have to sort that out in a
No,
bit.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Back to the show.
Back to the show.
Johnny, we love having you, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Thanks, man.
congrats on the debut album, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped today. It's freaking. I was saying to Jax on the way here. I was like, it feels like my birthday. Like, it's
Yeah.
been so good. Like the
It
response has been really good. It's been 2 years in the making. So
Ooh, that's dope,
finally,
man.
like, yeah, I wanted to drop it in like a year from my first EP, Bigger Things. I wanted to drop it like literally a year after that.
Right.
But it just didn't work. Like I went away to Europe. Like life got in the way. Like there weren't enough stories to be told.
Yeah, I feel
like
ya.
it was sort of like
You had
wasn't
to go on
mature
an
enough
adventure.
yet. Yeah, I probably had
Yeah.
like 5 tracks that I was happy with, but still wasn't fully happy with. I wanted to get a couple of features. I wanted to get. It's funny how many features were going to be on it and then didn't, and like chopped and changed. And
Yeah.
everyone was from Perth originally. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
It was like complete bitter. Marksman, Coin, like that whole crew.
Yeah.
And then like for so many different reasons, everyone's got their own albums going on and
That's
stuff.
it.
Like things
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
work out. But we've all got different stuff going on, and we'll have future tracks together anyways. But
I mean,
Yeah.
look at you guys all now.
Yeah,
It's
they're all
where you're
killing
at
it.
in your
Yeah.
game. So, like, I think it's a
Yeah.
perfect time to maybe. It was a
Yeah.
good thing to hold it off then.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
think
you guys did something together now,
Yeah.
I can imagine that just blowing up.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
gonna blow
Yeah.
up for sure. Like.
That's the thing. I think that this is going to be like a bit of a platform to a new level.
Yeah.
I feel like when I first got back to Perth, it was like, holy crap! Like, what am I going to do? Like, everything was quite up in the air.
Yeah.
And
You were saying before,
Yeah.
like, the reason you actually came back was
Yeah.
because of a car crash. You want to just talk about
yeah,
that?
Yeah, So I came back to Perth with my missus. So I met my missus at a Bliss and Esso show.
Yeah.
in
Shout out
20
Bliss and
so-
Esso.
Shout out
Yeah,
Bliss
yeah,
and
yeah.
Esso.
The show I was playing, she was in the crowd. She's actually in my freaking cover photo. Like, you see the whole crowd, and she's like in the corner on her phone, like not giving a shit. She's like, yeah, I don't care about this guy.
Yeah.
I've
But,
seen you many times before.
But yeah, so we both had partners at the time. But anyways, we ended up getting together like after we split up with the old dodgy ones.
Yeah.
And we'd been doing long distance. I was in Sydney, she was in Brisbane.
Word.
And
Out with the old, in with the new.
yeah, and the ex was old. but yeah. So anyways,
Let's not go there.
yeah. Don't open that
Yeah,
can of worms. We linked up, and then we'd been doing long distance, and obviously being on the East Coast, it's pretty chill. Like it's like $50 for a flight. So we were seeing each other every 10 days. We got to Christmas, and I was like, actually, like, come to Perth with me. Like that's a big deal. Being like Perth Christmas is my Christmas every year.
Yeah, it's
And
like coming
my-
home. Come home with me, essentially.
Coming home,
Yeah.
seeing the
Shit,
fam.
like being with the fam, like chill by the pool, have some beers. We always go up to Lancelin on Boxing Day. Like it's the
Yeah.
sort of thing that we do. And I was like, yeah, I want you to come. And so she rocked up for that. And then I was like, the day after Boxing Day, I was like, let's go visit my dad. Like we'd planned to go to Esperance, and he's he's down south. And for anyone who knows where Esperance is, it's like
in
8 hours away. It's a pretty long drive.
Yeah.
So we left
Beautiful
early in the
place,
morning.
though, eh?
Good spot, man.
Yeah.
Good spot. And I'd hit up like everyone on Facing, was like, hey, has anyone got a car we can borrow for the drive? Like,
Right.
I just want to go visit my dad.
Yeah.
Introduce, me and my dad aren't very close, but I wanted to sort of like build
that
bridge
relationship,
and be like, here's my missus. I give a shit about her. Like, I want you guys to meet her. So anyways, we set off at like 4 a.m. in the morning, cruising along, got to about like 9 or 10. Flew through this intersection in near Lake King where we probably should have turned right. But I was like, oh no, I know this road. And it was this road where it's like sort of a bitumen road, then it turns to a dirt road and you freak out for a little bit. But then it pops out where you need to go. So I thought I was on that road. Turns out I wasn't on that road. And and so then there's a couple of other little things that came along. So we're driving like a Ford Fiesta, right? Like a mate's Ford Fiesta. Shout out Trent. I don't know if he likes me anymore. It's all fixed now. Right, so what happened was took that wrong road. GPS died. I had I'm with Vodafone. Like good luck.
You ain't getting no
shout outs.
Yeah, no bars. No shout outs.
I used to work for Crazy Johns, bro. So it's like do like. But yeah, we're cruising along this road and I was just like, something's not right. Like, we're sort of veering slowly north. Like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And then
that gut feeling that something's about to go down.
She's asleep. She doesn't know. She's none the wiser. She thinks I know where I'm going. You're the big man.
I've got it. Don't worry.
Don't ask me questions.
I don't need a GPS or a map.
We hadn't seen another car on that road for about probably 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, like, the fuel's getting a little bit low. I'm like, all right, we better pop out in the next 50 Ks. Otherwise, we're sort of stuck.
Yeah.
And cruising along. Then we see the Welcome to the Shire of Esperance sign, and I'm like, yes, cool, we're here.
Yeah.
Cruise along, and then all of a sudden it gets really rocky, and then it goes 4-wheel drives only from here.
Oh, gosh.
And I was like, oh shit, and we're in like a low ass like Ford Fiesta.
So
I start driving over these speed humps. Like it goes from being able to go like 130 and there's nothing on the road to like, oh shit, let's go 60.
You're like climbing rocks with this little car.
Let's turn this car into a full drive.
Legit, it was like it was the nightmare. And then all of a sudden like Roo jumped out at us, a bunch of stuff started going wrong. I was like, okay, crap. Cruising along. We hit this pothole going probably like 90. And like it's not that bad, and it's a bit of a bump. My girlfriend's like wakes up, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go check the car. Look at the car, it's all good. Then we keep cruising. It's it's getting quite low on fuel now. I'm starting to actually get a little bit stressed. I'm like, we need to pop out at this end road. We hit a pothole going about 130. Because there's been nothing on the road. It'll all of a sudden get like quite bad. So drive real careful. Then it's just smooth, and you're like, sweet, let's go. Like, and me using my stupid logic, I'm like, the quicker I go, the less fuel it'll use. I'll get to the end of the road, and everything will be fine.
Watching too much Mythbusters.
And anyways, we hit this pothole. I pull over after hitting the pothole. I look outside, like under the car. I'm like, oh, it looks okay. I go to start it, and it goes, and the axle snapped off.
Oh, wow.
So we were in the middle of nowhere.
With no axle.
No axle. So they literally like sheared off and snapped onto the thing. So the car wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I think it was the drive shaft connection. Like it was like the middle pole of the car just dropped onto the floor. I was like, cool. I don't know much about cars, but no.
That's not a good sound.
That's not good.
So we're literally there, and then like I was like, all right, let's say a little prayer or something. And then like within like 15 minutes, like this old couple cruised past who were from like where I grew up in the country in Narrogin. They're like, hey. Like, and I'm like, hey, like, can you help us? And they like hitchhiked us back all the way to Lake King, like another 6 hours, and the car got rescued and all this sort of shit.
Bro,
like,
they would that couple would have had a light shining over there. You were like, thank God.
I've lost their
being
numbers.
in the middle of nowhere, you're just hoping for
Keith and Doreen, if you're listening.
Shout out.
Doreen.
I can't remember the names. It's just stereotypical white Aussie names. We're like, yep, Keith and Doreen. But yeah, anyways, it was like, it was hectic. And as we were hitchhiking back, I was like to my girlfriend, I was like, do you just want to stay in Perth?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, okay. Like, and I was like, okay. And now we're here. And then I was like, and I had to get the bond back from my apartment that I was renting in Sydney.
Yeah.
We just put the bond down for like our first place.
Yeah.
So it was one of those life decisions that you're like, yep, this is what we're doing now.
The thing is, right, the money that was the bond covered the exact bill of the car crash.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, well, if that's not God saying, hey, go from there to here, I'm like, well, sick. All right,
absolutely.
And
that's a sign for sure.
For me, and maybe I thought too much about it, put too much emphasis on what happened. But for me, I'm like, nah, that's legit. So long story short, I'm in Perth.
That's awesome.
Story time with Johniepee.
Story time.
Honestly, dude, I was at the edge of my seat there.
I was thinking like a big car crash or something, and then the axle.
It was literally just like a pothole, but it was enough to like, and I think
enough to wake you up.
Right, like literally the perfect metaphor for my life, because I was in Sydney just going a million miles an hour, not paying attention to anything. Like my best mate had sort of gone, hey, can you move out? Like we're gonna have a kid. Like all these sort of things were sort of not working, but I was just like heads on, like blinders on, like fuck it, I'm just gonna get shit done.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, all right, you've actually been stopped in your tracks now. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like you can't physically push through this like
Yeah.
you normally would.
That's it.
So
How long were you in Sydney for before?
I was in Sydney for 6 years, bro.
Oh, yeah, there
Moved
you
over
go.
there when I was 20 for a high school girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was
You and the ladies, man.
Yeah.
That's why I made the album Attachment Theory.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
well, there you
all
go.
the shit from your childhood, how it affects your relationships, all that sort of stuff. So it's all, it all comes from like a deep place, I guess.
Yeah.
Like as much as like I think about it, I'm like a lot of my decisions have been governed by relationships and girls. And, And but I moved over there. Like I pretty much split up with my like childhood girlfriend, like high school girlfriend. And she wanted to be a model and stuff, and it wasn't really working for her. And I was like, oh, maybe if I break up with her, maybe she'll like go live with her dad in Sydney and like achieve some shit. She maybe wouldn't do it here. And then I sort of.
So you sort of felt like you were holding it back.
I felt like I was maybe enabling her to be too comfortable.
Right.
So I sort of split it, and then she actually did head off to Sydney.
Yeah.
And then in a random turn of events, my uncle got shot in Sydney.
Oh gosh.
In a doorway, like close proximity, shotgun to and this is my great uncle. He was like 75 at the time.
Wow.
By some like young like meth head dude that had like his dad or granddad had a falling out with my great uncle like 50 years ago.
Wow.
And
Jesus.
one night, because he was in Newcastle, he just knew, so he just rocked up and shot him. And so I was like, sort of like, I want to see Uncle Max, I want to see what's going on, but I also want to see my ex and see how she's doing. And so that was my sort of like backpack, rocked up to Sydney, saw my uncle, and then like caught the train from Newcastle to Sydney, saw my ex-girlfriend, and then was like, hey, what's up? And we like literally got back together on the spot, and I stayed in Sydney.
Man, it's good to have you back home, man.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like,
it's
I
good
guess
to
it's
plug
good.
in, eh?
Yeah. Does it feel good to be back home?
Man, it was really freaky, like, because I do disability work outside of what I do with music.
That's
and
awesome,
so,
man.
like, we spent a lot of time
Respect
around,
that.
like, where I was when I was a kid, like, at Warwick Stadium, shooting hoops and doing stuff like that. And I ran into, like, my high school sports teacher, and I realized, like, he was with 16-year-old kids, and I was like, I haven't seen you since I was 16. And it was, like, this big freaking, like, mind-blowing sort of, like, part. And I was just like, holy shit, like, I'm back, like, and for a second I felt like really like iffy about it, and I was like, oh man, like nothing's changed, like, do I want to stay where I grew up? And then I'm like, no, hell no, like I'm nowhere near the same person I was when I left Perth.
No, absolutely.
Like I was a tradie. I hated my job. I wasn't doing anything creative. I was just sort of like working 12 hours a day, going home. There was no, like, I listened to music. I was always on the pulse with music, but I wasn't doing anything myself. And now I'm like, no, like I can make tracks from like my bedroom and record them on my mic, and they can touch people on the other side of the world. Like, I'm not,
like no excuses.
And
That's the
if
thing.
your music was reaching here from Sydney, it's gonna reach here from Sydney.
Well, it's
again,
like,
you know?
bro, like
it doesn't matter where you are, your music's still gonna reach.
That's it, man. It's trippy as I'll show my uncle, like, because my uncle's always like, you know, how's it going? And I'm like, yeah, like, good. He's like, he can just tell that I'm spending all my time on music. I'm always on socials. I'm always trying to get stuff going. And
honestly,
like,
nowadays, if you're not doing that as an
that's
artist,
the
then like you're wasting your time
you
trying to
get,
make
tracks,
you
right?
get left behind.
There's too many people out there doing so much, so you've got to be doing a lot as well.
No,
And
absolutely.
Got to be on that hustle and grind.
We try to get everyone to say it at least one time.
But yeah, and like I was saying to him, I was like, dude, I've got like 72 countries listening to my music right now. Like, what the hell? Like,
that's a good feeling.
You know,
man.
like,
That's
and even if
crazy.
there's like literally like one dude in Beirut. And
Yeah.
and I'm
Is that
like,
on
yeah,
Spotify
boys.
too?
Yeah,
Where you
yeah,
can
yeah.
say- it's crazy
Look
how
at the
you-
analytics, and you're
Yeah.
like, this is really cool. Like, you know, not that I'd be able to go to Lebanon and run a show.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
one friend rock up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Mohammed, what's up, bro? Like, you know, like, but
I love your music.
very good. But
That's what's up.
yeah, so it's really cool the way it's worked, man. And I think that especially after this next month when I go away over east for all these shows, and I come back, like Perth, you can breathe in Perth.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the
what-
city, man.
yeah.
It's a beautiful city, man.
I was
like,
gonna move to Melbourne, and then like I went there and did a gig earlier this year, and then I was like, it's a bit too hectic for me. I like just like the chilled, you know.
Yeah.
I like just the chilled vibe here.
Yeah.
One thing I always say about Perth is like when you liken it to American cities, like Melbourne's New York, Perth's LA. It's got that vibe. That everything's like coastal. Everyone's a little bit more chilled.
Yeah.
People.
100%.
No traffic.
Well, not as much.
Well,
traffic,
yeah,
but-
not as much, yeah.
Oh, bro,
Like-
I would not pay to be in the traffic over there, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just,
Stuff that.
You'll be in there for years.
Yeah, exactly.
Legit.
Dude, with all the stuff you've been dropping recently,
Yeah.
man, where do you find the time?
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, like
because you said you're a personal trainer by day.
Well, now I'm doing
used to be.
disability work.
Right.
It was a personal.
In Sydney, that's how it all linked up with B&E and stuff. Because
Right.
Want to talk more about that as well?
Yeah. Well, when I went to Sydney, I think it was because I was in a place that I wasn't comfortable. I decided to do things that I wouldn't normally do. So like, you know, for you guys having all your crew in Perth, if you were to get a job at the local Macca's, you would feel like crap. You'd be like, oh, my friends know I'm here. Like, when you go to an East City, you're like, I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah, because no one knows.
No one knows you. Exactly.
So I got a job at Crazy John's selling phones. That was my first job over there. Did that. I'd lost a heap of weight from when I was younger. Like I lost like 40 kilos when I was like 17, 18, and then like started training and everything. Yeah. And I was like, everyone was like, why don't you be a PT? Like, you'd love your training, Became a PT, you know, worked in a sales office at Fitness First, handing out pamphlets on the street, being one of those annoying sales dudes. Figured out I was good at talking shit and selling stuff. I made some coin with them.
No joke, dude. I used to do that at shopping centers. I was trying to sell.
Was it a hype?
No. It was for the Save the Bears charity organization. And it was cool up until a certain point that I realized, oh man, I'm targeting only old people now. I was literally like an old person trainer now. I'd be like, yo, you got that money, man? I got these bears for you, baby.
My mates never let me live this down, but I sold a phone to a blind person.
Oh, man.
Like the biggest screen one.
You gotta feel bad for that.
No. But I inverted the colors so she could sort of see it. I downloaded a thing. It was like an Android phone.
You did
I made the font so big that she could actually see it. And she was like, actually, this is great. And all my mates are like, you sold a phone to a blind person. I'm like, but they loved me. They gave me their number. They wanted to have dinner. Like,
customer service, you know what I mean?
And
to the T.
So when I was there, like, it went from that to like working at Fitness First in like the sales office. Then I became a PT. And then like, one day Bliss walked into the gym and I was like, I know you. Like, and I wasn't listening to B&E at all, but I was training, so I put on Bliss and I was like, hey bro. And I went up to him and he was like, hey, my man. And I was like, yeah, gotcha. And,
gotcha, bitch.
Come here now. Hook, line, sinker. Just reeling it in.
But like, I had that with him, and I just sort of was like, I'm good at networking, so I was like, I want to network. I want to meet this dude. Like, I've gone to his shows all throughout my teenage years in Perth and stuff. I want to see what's up. And and then like, Bliss one day is like, oh, we're talking training together, and he's like, yeah, the tour starts on Friday. I'm like, oh, that must be sick, man. Like, where are you playing? He's like, oh, the Gov in Adelaide. Like, I was like, awesome, bro. Like, what's the turnout expected? He's like, oh, it's all sold out. I was like, sick. And then he messages me the next day and he's like, hey, bro, like, do you want to support for that show? And I was like, no DJ, like, barely had like 5 songs. Like, I ended up getting every DJ for every single show from Facebook. I ended up just going, hey, who's the best DJ in the city? People would like, the best DJ would be like, oh, this is my protege, have him. I feel you. Network. And so I ended up playing that first show and they're like, we'll see how you go. And I gave it like everything. I had my DJ, Callum Haslam, he's in Adelaide. He's actually doing the draft shows and stuff with me this time as well.
Killer.
He had never DJ'd a proper show before and he was 16.
Wow. At the time,
He wasn't even allowed to be in there. But like, he DJ'd for me. And like, and then after that, they were like, hey, do you want to do the rest of the shows as well? And then I was like, yes. Like, so I got to do Goldie and Brizzy and Melbourne and Sydney. And, like, I wish they did a Perth show, but, you know.
He obviously seen the talent you had, you know, and just being a humble
trash
dude.
Then too, bro. Like, I didn't rate myself back then at all. But
maybe not. You made have thought you were trash, but obviously they, you know, they seen something in you, bro.
It was cool, man. It was really cool. And, so from there, it all just sort of like, I remember one day I like came home. I won't say which rapper it was, but I was watching a video on YouTube that popped up, and it was like a rapper that I'm not really a fan of, not really my same sort of genre. And I was like, I could do this. Like, if this is blowing up right now, I could do this. And then I was like, stuff it, and I just started writing and uploading Facebook videos, and then, you know, boom, went from there.
In relation to you saying, like, you know, I can do this. I think a lot, like, hip hop recently has sort of gotten that resurgence because of the mumble rap era. A lot of people like
lax. You're like, where's the skill?
Where's the bars?
Where's the skill?
Where's the flow? Where's the cadence? Where's the metaphors? Where's all this, like, no wordplay?
Where's the references? Like, you know, where's just
there's nothing rhymes anymore.
No hate to mumble rap. Like, honestly, like, there's some dope bangers that come out of that sort of genre, but I find sometimes it's
there's
sort
only
of
a few that kill it though.
No, but I find that it sort of takes a little bit of the piss out of like where hip hop started.
Yeah,
And who, the
100%.
people that are the founding fathers that laid the foundation.
Yeah.
You know, for the
Yeah.
reason why it's like considered like spoken word. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
really
I'll
yeah.
say it to
Sorry, I
Ruck.
get really
No.
heated
No,
about
I
that.
I say it to Ruck all the time. Like real hip hop, pretty much finish after like 50 in the game. You know, like real hip hop like that.
There's
And then
a
it just
couple,
came-
like, you know, there's Joey Badass.
Yeah,
and there's,
Joey-
like, the boom
They-
bap
they
sort
He's
get
a
guys,
fan
and
of
then-
50 and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
I'm from
Joey
the era
Badass.
of like I'm from the
Fake
era of
Trouse.
like 2005 where you know Dilla,
Yeah.
Mad Lib,
Yeah.
Doom,
Yeah.
MED, like all those
Yeah,
dudes,
yeah.
sort of like that Stone's Throw sort of crowd
Yeah.
sort of started coming out. So
For
like
sure.
I'm heavily influenced by that sound as
Yeah.
well, and I think
Yeah.
you're right. Like 50 Cent, Dilla, all that
all
era.
that era. That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
all that era, they killed it, and then like it just I
And
don't know
it came
what
through
happened.
to a different,
It just-
and I think the thing is though, like people are like, who knows where it's going? Like there's so
Yeah.
many cool things happening, like 1-4 and the whole drill scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
all
going
those
on, yeah.
boys, like I remember being at their like first show. Like I was meant to play it with them, and I didn't. And I was like, why is there like 50 guys on stage? Like why
Yeah.
do they all have mics? How many
Is
of them
this
are there?
Wu-Tang
Like,
times
I was like,
50?
no. And like now they've opened doors, and the like HP boys and all those dudes in Melbourne, like they're all like. There's a lot of like especially the Islander community, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all those boys are like, let's
Absolutely.
let's
That's
go.
what I was saying
you
to
know?
Rock. Like it's good to
Yeah.
see brothers with skin color
Legit.
killing it.
Thanks,
at the moment,
thanks
you
to
know?
people like Scribe and Savage and
Yeah,
stuff laying the foundation.
Well, I always
as well,
always
yeah.
talk to Hal from Triple J, and we always have a chat about it. And I'm always like, dude, like this is really cool. What's going on? Like there are some guys like sort of taking the piss and
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
just doing it for clout because
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
yeah, cool. Like I'm a Kiwi. I'm gonna give it a
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
yeah.
But then a lot of the dudes are super talented, and like they've just, I think they feel comfortable now to go for it.
Yeah,
Like you know, like
100%,
it's like they've got a green light. Like
Yeah.
some guys won't be the pioneer,
That's it.
but they'll follow on
Yeah.
and
No,
they'll
absolutely.
they've opened the door
Yeah,
for
the
people
floodgates
to
are
follow.
going
Yeah.
on.
And at the end of the
So-
day, like, sort of mimicking someone's like a form of flattery at the end
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
day. Like,
100%.
if they've
We
clearly
all
done something
do,
that
you
makes
know?
sense.
Like
yeah.
we all do.
100%.
Like the rappers that we love. Like I know that like I'm a massive J. Cole fan. I'm a
Yeah.
massive
J.
Mac
Cole,
Miller
yeah.
fan. I'm a Kendrick
Rest in
fan. All that
peace
sort of
to
stuff,
Mac Miller.
bro. Did you? Oh, real side note.
Yeah.
There's a song on Good Morning where he says, Good AM, sorry, and he says to the dude that like cuts my drugs, like something I don't want to join the 27 Club, and it's like legitimate, like
That's
how he
scary,
died.
man.
Like he was
Yeah.
26 when he died, but like
Yeah.
you're like, bro,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. That.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
got told about that. Like he even made a song about it,
Yeah.
which you're probably talking about
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And
And well, even
also
on his new
apparently-
album, Swimming
yeah.
and what's it called? Blah blah blah. Self care, like
Yeah.
you know, all he references it
Yeah.
so many times
And
because he knows
apparently-
the way he was gonna go. Like
Yeah.
Apparently, when he passed away, like the people that were with him, like ganked him for all his stuff as well. Like
True.
apparently, his friends. That's what they reckon.
that's hectic.
Trying to bring the mood
Yeah.
back up.
But,
Anyways,
Ponies.
back to Johniepee and his amazing
that's
music.
it. Who inspired you to make music, brother?
Yeah.
Probably like my family, man.
Yeah.
Like my
Real quick, sorry,
Yeah.
man. That photo of you on the rock with your family, like portrait,
yeah, yeah.
dude,
That's killer.
Yeah.
killer, man. That's
well,
love right
it's
there.
the thing because it's like my dad, like I said, me and my dad don't really have a close relationship.
Word.
My mum, I grew up as her carer, like from age
Okay.
5, so we've got like a bit of an interesting relationship.
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
love each other, but sometimes we can't stand each other. Well, my mum loves me to pit. Like I
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
whatever I want. She'll be like, "I love you. You're so incredible." Like
Yeah.
a fart, and she'll be like, "Woo!" Like, and then like. Yeah, it's a very interesting relationship, and that's what's affected, I think, a lot of my personal relationships as well.
Yeah.
So, tell me if I'm wrong, but
No,
were
no.
you like kind of the person that sort of the adult in the in their
Right,
family?
100%.
And you felt like you had to
left when I
mature a lot
was-
quicker.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad was gone when I was 5. So
Yeah.
and then mum got really on with like on the track attachment theory
Yeah.
it says it all. Says why it all happened. Like
That's what's up.
I've spelt it out and sort of come to terms with why I am the way I am with certain things and why I get really like I hate the word triggered, but why I get set off by certain
Yeah,
things
I
and
feel
all
ya.
that sort of stuff. And so my family though, I grew up with a family where we'd have like sing-alongs and we'd all,
Yeah.
people would bring the guitar out, people would bring the piano out. My aunties and my mum were in a group called the Baritones because their
Yeah.
last name was Barrett.
Yeah.
And so they all like would sing harmonies together and stuff. So I think I
Dope.
learnt singing in bits and pieces from them.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
I never really thought of myself as a singer, but then I think I started doing it more, and then I was like, oh, I'm
So
okay.
it's in the
I'm
genes.
okay. Like it's alright.
Yeah.
And it's really hard as well because my auntie's actually missing at the moment. She's the lady that was missing in Medina. that's been missing since May, before Mother's Day.
Damn.
And so I was
I
was gonna do like a thing. I'm sort of working on a song for her at the moment because she used to always, she was a guitar teacher.
Yeah.
We don't really know what the go is at the moment, but a lot of my family have really influenced me in that way.
Yeah.
No one really got beyond the level of like, you know, one of my aunties was a school teacher, like a music teacher at school, like in primary school. The other one would like fill in and do that stuff, and then she like put out a little EP. She put like on a CD, but that's as far as it got. So I feel like I sort of like, I don't owe it to my family, but I feel like it's a cool legacy to have and to set, to be like, awesome, look, brother, like someone in this world's done. And my cousin Megan and her partner, they will play so many gigs. They were living in the UK. They're incredible vocalists. Like they backed me up when we were in the Maldives. They were on stage with me there singing and stuff. And it's like there's awesome. a lot of that in my family.
You got to perform in the Maldives?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Wow. We made sure like wherever we were, we like literally hijacked the stage. We were like, hey, like, and my cousins would talk it up. They'd be like, oh, you know, like he's a famous rapper from Australia. Like, you've got to and I'm like, no, let's just do a set.
That's
like, let's just let's just do something.
Speaking of you singing and stuff, man, Skin Deep.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Nice work, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to that earlier today, man, and I was like, dude, like, you have your bars locked down, but that harmony, you clearly haven't just sort of stumbled into singing.
Yeah, well, it's weird. I feel like I sort of did. Like, I sung when I was like, you know, like year 5 at like a school performance when my balls hadn't dropped. And
I think
shout out to all those school shows that went down. Oh, dude, I think it is like
school fates.
Yeah, school fates.
They start everything, I reckon.
Honestly, dude, the one of the moments of my life that I was like, I want to do hip hop.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Tabo got up and like we both thought we were the coolest like kids ever. Like first off, I was the only black kid in my school, in my primary school.
Same goes, bro.
And Tabo was like, he's half black, half white. So like we were like both the two brothers, like and I was like, we'll get up there and we'll just beatbox, man. And
I did the same.
Yeah, no joke. We got up there two brothers, white t-shirts, big ass like G-Unit baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Do you remember Skunkwear?
Yeah.
And they sold those massive
those massive big ones.
No joke, dude. Yeah. Like mine were like just sitting above my knees, so you could just see my dax and then the line. Yeah. So we were up there, man, and we're like, we're just gonna beatbox "Yeah" by Usher. And I got up there, I was like, and like, no joke, like watching people lose their minds to us doing that was like, I was like, this is it. I found me.
I forget. Like I have so many mates that'll hit me up and they're like, dude, I always knew we were going to do this. Like, you were always rapping when we were like 7. And I'm like, what was I? Like, I honestly don't remember it. Like, but then we see home videos of us, like, all West Coast Eagles jersey on, like, being like, why'd you eat all the food, Uncle Michael? Put the rubbish out. Why don't you recycle? Like, you know, you're like taking the piss. And then we did a thing at like year 7 as well. It was me and this guy called William, who's this big Romanian dude, like Arnie, like big. Like, you know, we were year 6 and he was like 120 kilos. Like had a beard, like you had 3 kids. And like, so he's like,
I am 13.
I am 13.
I come to Australia to get education.
I did not get down to repeat.
Why not Tony Gennadi's voice? But then so like he was like, he couldn't beatbox, but he was like, I can breathe box. And I was like, what's that? And he's like, it's like you're like, and like, I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, and like we did a thing at a school play as well. And I only remember these things like when we talk about it because But anyways,
it's awesome. Like
it's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Exactly.
I think we all start out there like same as me, school fate. Me and my mate, we performed Outcast. Hey, sung it, you know, and like I've still got a photo on the fridge. I am your neighbor. Come on. Oh man, had everyone dancing, but when you look at it, like that is where everyone starts.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. In
you
America,
don't know it yet, but you know, in time,
who knows? Like that could have easily been a part of my life that like was just like, cool, you're a kid, you were having fun, and now it's sort of like come full circle. Like back in my hometown, I'm like, what the hell? Like, you know, like it's weird.
I was gonna say, in contrast to us, like in America, it's like going to your church choir and singing at your church choir.
That's a goal. That's bucket list shit for me,
dude. That's one of my like life goals as well. It's to go sneak into a back for church just at the peak of when they're really hitting that energy, and I'm just gonna sit there and just take it all in. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a religious person, but I can get religious when it comes to music.
Like I'm a Christian. Technically.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up? I haven't spoken in a while, man. But yeah, no, but I think that like for me, like I would much rather go to a church like that than go to like a typical church where it's like, like the whole time, like you're like, I want something real. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah. So.
Have you been traveling at all? Like apart from obviously throughout Australia?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I not for music really, but like all I have to say, I guess, is like thank God for people getting married, because if people hadn't gotten married, like I wouldn't have like traveled anywhere. I was dating a girl from New Zealand. And she...
Shout out to the ladies one more time.
Because the ladies, man.
Have you seen the ladies' Concord thing is like Caribbean.
Yeah.
Amphibian. Eastern Indo-Shinny. So it's like, we went to New Zealand. Like, that was the whole reason I got my passport, because she was from New Zealand. I was like, well, I'm going to have to go visit, we were doing long distance as well. She was over there. Anyway, so I went to I've been to Rarotonga in the Cook Islands. I've been to the Maldives this year for my cousin's wedding, which was insane. They paid like awesome. $150K for accommodation for the wedding. They got us over water bungalows, like the IG ones.
Holy crap.
Yeah, like it was the experience.
That would have been amazing.
What wedding are you going to next? And can I probably get a ticket?
Hustle'n'Grind on that. Zero Big Rak.
MCs, DJs, MCs, absolutely.
We'll MC the night.
I've been to, where else have I been? I've been to Thailand like 3 times. And then I did
Phuket,
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I've been to Koh Samui, Bangkok a couple of times.
You've been to Phuket?
Yeah. Patong where we stay.
Yeah. The reason I asked is just more because obviously you do a lot of touring, man. And you're going to be touring with Draft soon, I believe.
Bro, all over the shop.
Any more like besides Draft, any other tours coming up as well?
So this whole tour finishes in December.
Yeah.
So the first show is tomorrow night at the Rosemount, 459 at the sidebar. Yeah. And you guys come if you can. I'll chuck it on the door. I'd love to have you guys.
Yeah, be there.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to have you guys there.
Looking forward to it, man.
Doing anything?
Not now.
That's what we're doing.
Did you say side door? That's a barbecue spot.
The sidebar.
Like sidebar, right.
Yeah.
Because there's a spot called, I think it's called Side Door on both. It's a
really?
barbecue spot. And I was like, we get ribs as well.
Yeah.
We get a feed.
We've done that for the Newcastle show. It's like a restaurant, so we've got them to supply food.
Dude.
Sick.
Nice.
But so we got Perth tomorrow night. Then next Friday I play Adelaide with Draft at the Lion Arts Factory. Then I play on the 13th in Sydney at Hustle and Flow Bar.
Hustle and Flow,
Hustle and Grind Bar.
Coming to you soon.
Yeah, that's just like a free show with like me and Joey Maker and like a bunch of the boys in Sydney. We're just putting it on, and it's like free entry. Like it's like a thing it's called Rock the Block. They do it every Wednesday, but I'm the headliner. And then we've got what is it? I've got a show in Melbourne on the 16th at Horse Bazaar. I've got a show on the 22nd back in Sydney with Tucker, supporting him on his tour. And then
is Tucker part of
Fundamentals?
Fundamentals, yeah.
He's the dancey guy with the crazy hair. And then 29th of November at the Quill and Compass in Newcastle. That's the one where they're supplying the food. Shout outs to the Quill and Compass. And then we're gonna drive overnight to Brizzy for the next one.
Wow. Safe. Make sure
no potholes.
No axles.
Make sure the actual road with bitumen on it.
Maybe use the GPS.
I literally get like PTSD from like dirt roads now. I'm like, no.
That would have been
as soon as you hit a dirt road, you'd be like, I'm gonna turn around.
Especially when you're like, we don't have any food, we don't have any water. My girlfriend used to smoke, so she had like a lighter. So I was like, I'll burn a tire or something and get black smoke up. But and then the last show is Adelaide again. Because I wasn't expecting to play Adelaide with Draft. So the final show of my tour is Adelaide on the 14th of December at HQ.
Dope.
So
nice.
And then I'm back to Perth. For
busy man. Really busy.
It's gonna be wild, bro. Yeah.
Dude, we could honestly talk for hours. Like literally.
We can do a podcast.
I think you're gonna have to come through to the crib where we do a lot of our podcast recording, and we'll sit down and properly divulge a little bit more. You know what I mean? But we'll play some of your tracks, man, because I really want to listen to Skin Deep, just for me, you know.
And then we'll come back, ask a few more questions,
and you can do a little goodbye, wrap up, and a shout out. Cool, man.
I got the toughest question coming up.
But
we won't say it yet.
We'll wait till we get back.
We'll wait till we get
back.
What
we'll play now is we'll play Skin Deep and we'll play Attachment Theory.
Perfect.
You happy with that?
Go for it, bro.
Cool. Right. This is Skin Deep and Attachment Theory by your man
Johniepee.
Prepare to feel something.
Peace.
What up, guys? It's Johniepee. I just had an amazing chat with Zero Big Rak at Hustle'n'Grind100.9FM and Noongar Radio. It was an amazing time. Shouts to the boys for having me. Please tune in when it all drops live and you can see what we talked about. Goodbye!
What's good, Peace City? It's your man, Big Rak.
And it's your boy Zero.
And you're tuning in to
Hustle
and
Grind
100.9.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Man.
Featuring Zero's rap.
Yeah. And we're back with Johniepee.
Yeah. Nah, we've absolutely loved having you here, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, it's been awesome.
we're gonna obviously have to chill at one point.
Yeah,
just kick back
Sure,
and relax.
sure.
But dude, we'll round off the questions.
Yeah,
But Zero, hit him.
What's your favourite track off the album?
Probably it's a toss up between Different and Bomb.
Yep.
Because I got grip on that verse and it's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, he's playing with freaking Travis Scott and stuff tomorrow. I'm like,
No pun intended. Would you say it's a bomb?
Yeah.
I wanted a hard track. I wanted a hardish, explosive track.
No, that's pretty big. If is he supporting Travis
he's
Scott, or
playing
he plays?
Dane Vegas with J. Cole, Kendrick, all those dudes.
Wow.
Like he's on the lineup with them, and every rapper you can think of is at that show. Like,
How'd you score that?
Bro, I just hit him up on Insta. I was like, dude, I like your stuff. I heard him on a playlist when I was at the gym.
Yep.
And then I was like, this guy's mad. I'm hitting him up. I've got like five to 10 features with American artists from that.
Yeah.
Like they're all in the works. They're
awesome,
big
brother.
names too. It's sick. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Just got to chat.
Dude, I dig the fire in your eyes. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
I've
got it in the bag.
There's so much, It's
That's
cool.
what's up.
Yeah.
What comes to your head when you make tracks? Like whatever you're feeling, or
the
whatever,
beat will set me off on a tangent.
The beat,
it'll be how I'm feeling as well. I'll know that if I'm trying to write a song that's like a happy song and I'm in a shit mood, it's not going to happen. I know that I'll write something deep, and I think that's why this whole album, most of it's quite dark. Because it's still light, but it's dark than it could be.
Would you say it's like the perfect word that I'd use for it is it's a mature album?
Yeah.
You take a second, you have to sort of think. It may be dark, it may be. It may push you in your feelings for a little bit. Yeah. But it's also good thinking.
That's the thing. I want people to feel stuff, and I think that the last year has been a real hectic year with the whole move back to Perth and the change of my whole trajectory of where I thought I was going. It's turned out to be fine. But I was in some really dark places, so I think a lot of those tracks have come from those things. So the beat will really send me off. But if I'm in a good mood, I'll just write.
So it's just art imitating life, essentially.
Really, man. Even though I did, when I wrote Bomb, Different, and Skin Deep, I'm pretty sure I wrote them all in the space of 3 hours. I took a the limitless drug. Because I hadn't slept, and my cousin's like, have a half of one of these. They'll literally just keep you alert. And because I'm not a drug dude. But I was like, all right, cool, and I was feeling wrecked, and I literally sat there, and every thought that came to my mind, I was like, boom, and I didn't have to redraft anything. Those 3 songs came out just as they are. And I was like,
you're not getting paid by this company,
You're definitely. If you want to write bangers, Modafinil. Available at modafinil.com.
Side effects may
include death.
May include not being able to get up at night.
Or in the morning.
Side effects may include bangers.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, where were we?
We were talking about how you feel when writing. Yeah. But that's pretty much it, man. It will go with my emotion. It'll go with, I'll come up with a concept. Like I had a dude the other day at work say that I was just lucky to be where I am, and I got so fucking angry. I wanted to put his head to a wall. I was like, lucky, okay, lucky, eh? There's another girl at my work that's a musician, but she doesn't do too much with it. And I was like, well, it's not my fault that this is what I do. I live and breathe this. I'm hungry for this, So.
Not lucky, you just put the work in.
Well, that's it. And then I literally wrote a whole song about it. I'm like, what's lucky about the whole thing, and it's over a big the baby beat.
That's a song.
What's lucky?
No, I just imagine you getting kind of angry at him, but you pick up a pad instead of your fist. You start writing it down.
Right with my fist.
Yes.
Engrave it on the concrete wall.
Punching it into a wall. Oh man! All right, I think it's time to ask the tough question. The one.
Let's do
I'm
it.
not pregnant.
Are you ready? Drum roll. Top 5. And do you wanna
I'll explain it to you, man.
How it goes, bro.
Everyone has their top 5, but this is a top 5 that you kind of it's an end of the world situation. You have no choice. You can't go back and be like, oh no, maybe I'll drop this guy off and pick up this. This is you pick them up, you grab them, and you're gone. Who would they be?
J. Cole, Mac Miller, Black Thought.
Ooh, Black Thought.
He's on my list, baby.
He's probably my favorite rapper.
It's
a tie between him and Jay.
Yeah.
That cypher he did was dope.
Oh, incredible.
Swag.
Yeah, no, it's Hot 97.
Yeah, Hot 97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it was nuts.
Yeah.
I
With
think
Pump Flex.
Yeah.
so Cole Mack. Cole Mack. I wouldn't have said Mack before he died, to be
You
honest.
said,
After
yeah.
he died, I like went on
Kind of
a full
appreciate-
journey of
Yeah.
him, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this kid's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Man, Nikes on my feet
I was
was
just
literally
about to say
one
that,
of, was
bro.
one of my just soundtracks
High
that
school
year that it
bangers,
came out.
eh?
Yeah.
Knacks on my feet and then that.
It bugged me out as well because like I was a huge fan of Lord Finesse and he's one of like my idols. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. But then I'm like, all right, he's good.
little white kid, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. The only thing that rubbed me the wrong way is just the fact that he forgot to give him a shout out when he made it.
Yeah.
You know
What's
what I
that
mean?
he's beat?
Man, Lord
Yeah,
Finesse
sample.
is the
Oh,
goat.
that was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sample,
yeah.
He came up with that, and this
See,
is
I
back.
didn't know that.
This
Yeah.
is, this is back when like Biggie was alive and stuff that he
Yeah,
made
yeah,
that big.
yeah.
So like this is like the golden era.
So recycled.
Yeah,
No.
But, like, it's a classic.
Yeah.
So J Mac, Black Thought, I would probably have to say for like I'm not really a big fan of Biggie and Tupac, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I,
fair
like,
enough,
I like
man.
a couple of their songs, but
Yeah.
like I often find that like if I like the person, I like their music more.
Yeah,
like
I feel that.
like Biggie was like a dog to women. Like
Yeah,
I'm
no,
I'm not a
100%.
fan. Tupac, I'm more like you're a good dude.
Yeah.
You were in juice.
Yeah. Them. But I think it would like I go through stages, right? Like, and there'll be like all I'll listen to is Nas, all I'll listen to is whatever.
Yeah.
I reckon for like if it was the end of the world and I could only have like that, that artist's music, I reckon I would have to probably just go with like Kanye and Jay.
Yeah.
Because like their catalog is so vast and so many of them have influenced me, and not that I'm a
And
massive
not just
fan
you,
of,
dude. Like the amount of artists they put on.
of course,
Do you know what I
right?
mean?
Of
Like,
course. Yeah.
Well, I
ridiculous.
guess Kanye's going for presidency.
Well, is Donald Trump getting impeached right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, do not get me started about Kanye and this bullshit. Now.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the thing. Like when I go to when I think of like Kanye up until probably like the Yeezus album.
I was
like,
gonna say up until graduation.
well, I like Graduation. I like freaking Late Registration. All
College
that sort of
Dropout,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, that's
that
what's
was
great.
my intro into Kanye.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what I love. Like it all falls
absolutely.
down and all your sort of fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he just starts getting like a bit weird. Like you listen to Black Skinhead, but you're like, like okay, it's because it's you, but like
Man,
I'm
this is my thing. I feel like because of his level of fame, his
he can
his
get away
crew
with
and people around
whatever.
him, right?
Yeah.
Do not like register that maybe he's having like a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, I dropped Kanye and I put Drake on. Legit. I was like, wait, I like Drake's music way more than
better,
Kanye.
Especially after
And you know what?
about
I
president.
like Jay as well. Like I love Jay.
Oh man, big up Jay, big
Like,
up Jay.
but there's probably someone I could fill with his spot as well. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, if you had to ask me who my favorite rapper was, 100% Lil Wayne.
Oh,
Like legit.
Weezy
Like,
F.
I had 4,000 Lil Wayne
Like a
songs.
lollipop.
Legit, I had 4,000 Lil Wayne songs on my PC.
Yeah,
I had everything, and on my like MP3, like my.
Do you remember LimeWire?
Bro,
Woo!
Casey,
Bro,
Easy.
LimeWire was taking me
Oh.
back.
Yeah,
Oh, man, that's
Good times. So your top five.
So J Cole and Black Thought would be in the top two.
Yeah.
That. Mac would be sitting somewhere there.
Yep.
Drake would be there. I know a lot of people don't consider him a rapper, but
He's good,
he
man.
bars
Yeah.
out. He's the total package. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
can do it all.
This is my thing. He chooses not to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
and he could if he wanted to. Like
Yeah.
he can flex. He
I
can-
Man,
feel
you've heard
most-
Tuscan Leather?
Yeah.
That is one of those songs that I'm like, yo, cat spit.
Yeah.
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 He's that
I
big
feel
guy.
like
He's going
most
hard.
singers that are killing singing, they can do rap if they wanted to, but they just
Well, I mean, let's be
It's
honest. He
like
started off as
Tory
a rapper,
Lanez.
though.
Yeah,
It's
they started off
Tory
as a rapper,
Lanez
yeah.
and freaking, those sort of dudes, like even Ty Dolla $ign, like he
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
rap and he
dude.
can sing. and
Bryson
he's
Tiller, like
yeah.
all those dudes.
also
Yeah.
the guy out of
I need to think.
Outcast.
The last one, Andre.
Andre 3000
Yeah.
and Big Boy. They
Yeah,
both
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but you
Three
can't put
stacks.
Outcast in that
Yeah.
conversation, man.
No,
Those-
but I'm just saying, like, he was more of a singer than a.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Andre 3000 is a fucking
Yeah,
lyricist,
yeah,
man.
Saturday.
Yeah, no, like for sure, dude.
I'm going to my playlist. It's called Wingardium Levio Bars. It's where I put all. I've got like 4,000 tracks on it. I'm just trying to go through and like think. I do love Kendrick too. I sort of feel bad that I didn't.
Oh,
put him on
man,
there.
Kendrick.
It was,
Dude, he's one of those dudes that I'm like, I feel like he came out of the old school.
Oh, like Section 80 is probably like one of my favorite albums.
Such a
Like,
dope album, man.
You know what? That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say J Cole,
Yeah.
like sort of interchangeable with Black Thought as my number 1.
Yeah.
I'll say Kendrick is number 3.
Yeah.
I'll say Mac number 4.
Yeah.
And I'll say Drake number 5.
That's a top 5 right
Got it
there,
in the
baby.
bag.
Locked it in.
Yeah,
It's the end of the world, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
That's
You
it.
got some
Drake
Nando's
alone.
and you
I've
got
some
that 5
bangers,
out.
and I've got like a catalog. Like I can listen. That's the thing with Drake, man. I can listen to like when if you're reading this, it's too late. When that came out, took a while to grow on me. I was like, oh, it was different from like Nothing Was the Same and all that.
Yeah.
But then I like listened to that whole album. And the amount of times I'd listened to that album start to finish. Like, bro, you can feel like, and then you can also feel like,
And then you feel bad about like some relationship that you might have had.
It's
There's always something.
Relationship,
Ladies man over here.
Maybe you should have said Drake.
Rap Drake, sad Drake, happy Drake, Toronto Raptors Drake.
Speaking of the Raptors, are you into basketball?
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
like heavily?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm guessing Raptors
Okay,
is your team.
No, I'm a Bulls man.
Oh, okay, good.
You can't go. I'm a Bulls fan because they're so shit.
Yeah, dude, they're terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
In saying that,
fantasy,
Kobe.
bro. Next year we're getting on a fantasy thing together. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
literally
dude,
just
like, I don't
started
understand.
doing
Well,
it.
yeah, okay.
I literally I was just on the way here. Like, I need to drop Jeff Teague. He's being a prick. Like, I need to get another player. Just was like, what are you doing?
Dude,
Like,
is Jeff Teague still playing for Minnesota?
yeah.
All right, Minnesota is my favorite team, right?
Okay,
and
yeah.
this is purely because Kevin Garnett started there, right?
Yeah.
I sort of followed Minnesota a little bit until Kevin Garnett was like, nah, this ain't working out.
Yeah.
And he went to Boston, and I was like, I'm following Boston now,
Yeah.
Because being from Australia, man, like we don't have any cities that we relate to, so we tend to follow players. And let's be honest, the NBA is the players' league.
I just follow
right?
LeBron.
LeBron's
I got him on my team.
Yeah, wherever LeBron is, that's my
If
team.
you want inspiration for life, follow LeBron on Instagram.
I do,
that guy, absolutely, like his life is.
Did you
just
see
dreams.
his Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, him and his wife. Oh,
How cool are they at Halloween
I wrote
outfits?
don't scratch your junk, bro, and it was like boom, and everyone was like. There's a thing that's like Edward Scissorhands, and it's like I probably can't say it, compulsive. And
No,
it's like,
dude, you're all good.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
It's like this. It was this meme, and it was like Edward Scissorhands, and it was like he had what did he have? He had dildos for hands. And then it was like, and he was also a compulsive sex addict or something. It was Edward Decision Hands. And I was like, this is it's so off track.
Joke for another day.
But I saw it and I was like, oh. Yeah.
Oh man, all right. You know
We've
what?
been loving having you on the show, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Awesome.
before we go to any more songs, do you want to let people know where they can find your music?
For sure,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah, pretty much
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
If you Google Johniepee, which is JOHNIEPEE, that's me anywhere. Spotify, anywhere you can stream music. Instagram's probably where I'm most active on social media, but I'm also on Snapchat under Johniepee. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter. Even Putify, which is the Russian Twitter. No, I'm kidding.
I thought you were going to say it's a Russian Tinder.
I'm on Trinder, which is a special Tinder for tryhards. I don't know. No, I'm not on Tinder. And never have been and never will be. So
by the sounds of it, you don't need Tinder.
I don't believe in Tinder. But yeah, you can find me anywhere under Johniepee. And yeah, and I'm the sort of dude as well that I'll respond to everyone's messages. So if you want to chat to me, hit me up on the gram and
that's humble.
That's one thing I was going to say about you, man. You engage with people very well, and you're very prompt on your messages.
Yeah, most people
I think
have followers like you on Instagram. They're very up their sleeves in a way.
So,
you know?
so many people.
And
that's
you're
the
just
thing.
so opposite of that.
I try to say it as well. It shows. Like I remember playing the SO show, supporting him in Brisbane last year, and I literally stopped the set for a minute just to be like, guys, if you want to rap, you can. Don't think just because I'm up here, it's unattainable. I was literally the person. I know it's so cliche, but you're right. I was the person
people
there.
Need to hear that.
I'm just a person. I'm a person. Don't think I'm some level above you. I'm on the same level as you. I'm just working really hard at what I'm doing and I'm consistent with it. You know what I mean? And now one of the guys that was in the crowd at that show, he started rapping and now he's supporting me on this next tour.
Wow.
And I'm like, perfect.
It goes back to that time. Was it Bliss or SO that helped you out?
You know what I mean? It's everyone helping everyone, and that's
exactly
how we all get
it,
along,
Awesome.
And obviously some people will make it better than others. Some people have a sound that people really want, and they, I'm mates with Chillin' It, and he's just gone boom. And I remember playing shows with him in Sydney, and I was like, whoa, these guys have him and Talakai, mad energy, and then all of a sudden he got what he deserved. It just went boom, and it blew up. We don't talk about the same sort of stuff, but I'm super I guess proud of him. Like, look what he's doing, and look
That's
what he's doing
what's
for
up.
the scene as well. Like, Nerve, all those young boys, they're all smashing it. So
Right. Would you say for Johniepee, it's all about the hustle and the grind?
I would say it's all about the muscle and the no.
So I was gonna be like, you know what fucking show this is?
Well, you know what? I have actually just seen a specialist last week about my teeth. I've got an issue with my jaw at the moment, so I grind every night.
Oh,
I
man.
grind every night.
Yeah, and
so
you hustle to
and
bed?
I hustle during the day,
Yeah.
and I grind at night. So I guess you could say I
That's what's
hustle
up,
and
baby.
grind.
Yeah.
Man,
Man,
it's been a pleasure having you, brother.
Yeah, nah, thank you guys.
we're going to play a couple more tracks by you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What tracks do you want played?
Yeah, do you want to play yourself out with?
Yeah.
That's the one there.
Ooh, okay. I want to hit him with the one girl guy because that's
Ooh,
a
I
little
like
bit
it. I
different.
like it.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll go the old. Maybe we'll go different. We'll close it on a little bit of a. No, actually, let's go different, and then one girl guy.
Yeah.
So we'll go a little bit sad, make you get in your feels, and then be like, oh, party.
That's
I don't
what's
like
up.
girls. Girls screw me over. yeah, something like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so this is some more attachment theory by Johniepee, man. Kick back, relax, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, just before we go,
Yeah.
any shout outs you wanted to give?
There you go, brother. Do a quick shout out.
Oh man, so many. Thanks to everyone involved in the album. Thanks to John Rykard. Thanks to Aaron from Second Chance. Thanks to Jackson in the studio at the moment. He's my man.
Bang, bang, bang.
And Ben Fagans and Charlie Daly for all their work on the album as well. And for everyone coming down to the show tomorrow night, it's making a good one. So yeah. P-Town, let's go.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Johniepee in P-Town.
Yeah. At the Rosemount tomorrow if you want to go see him.
Yeah.
He'll be
I
there.
think it's only like $10 at the moment. They're 15 on the door, so yeah, come down.
What time does it start, bros?
Starts at 8. We've got supports
go.
from 506. We've got Mystic, Zephyr, Elliot Ness, and a lot of the Grind Boys as
Yes.
well. So it's going to be a big mix of things. We've got Yali hosting the night, Uncle Sam on the decks. So
Yeah, we had Uncle Sam last week. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Shout out Uncle
it's going
Sam.
to be a really good show. So yeah, but
That's what's up.
thank you for having me on there.
Oh, dude, thanks for
Pleasure.
coming in. Everyone thanks us for, like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly,
These are the best conversations I have, man. Like these are great. This is why I love this stuff. So yeah.
Cheers,
man, I'm sure the people at home love hearing you talk and
100%,
just
yeah.
have this conversation in general, man.
Yeah.
We'll play you out, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go.
Big
Peace.
City, this is your man Johniepee. We'll be right back.
Peace.